What's up, everybody? I'm Brian, and welcome to a PlayStation Experience Keynote Reactions video. If you guys want to know what I thought as a whole of the keynote, it was okay, it didn't blow me away, but there were some really good moments, and that's what I want to talk about with you guys today. And we'll start with the first really good moment that I really liked, and that is the Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer that they showed off. We got some gameplay. We saw what the fighting system is going to be. It looks quite different. I loved the music. It was like this very modern take on the old style music. They did kind of fix the character models a little bit. They don't look much like Advent Children character models anymore. They kind of went halfway with it, where they're updated versions of what we saw in Final Fantasy VII. And it was really exciting to see how far this game has came along in such a short amount of time. And I know people are freaking out right now about the news that came out afterwards about this game coming out in parts, but I would challenge that in saying, give them a chance, let's see how it's going to release, and you might like it better this way. I'm cautiously optimistic on what parts could be, and I could see kind of enjoying finishing part of a story and then just having a chance to run around this world without having to worry about story, exploring the world, and just level grinding my characters until the next part of the story. I feel like that could be something I could pick up for an hour or two a day, mess around with, put it down, and then the next story part will come out, and you'll play through that and then do the same thing. So I'm actually kind of excited to see more about that. The second thing I wanted to talk about was Uncharted IV, mainly the dialogue system that came near the end of the trailer. You pretty much got to choose what story you wanted to tell your brother about some of your adventures that happened while he was gone. Another thing I wanted to talk about Uncharted 4 is all of these theories about Sam like turning on Drake some part in maybe the middle of the game, and becoming pretty much the antagonist of this game. I am 100% certain that is happening. There's no way that's not happening. The way they started the trailer out and the reactions that Drake had to Sam showing up and going like, well, if I knew you were still alive, I would have looked for you. I looked forever, and there was no traces of you actually surviving. So I do believe that Sam is going to be, if not the main antagonist and antagonist in the game. The third thing that I found really awesome is this game called Neo, and a lot of people are comparing it to not only Onimusha, but Dark Souls, Demon Souls, the Souls games. And I really like the idea of this game being that. Maybe not being as hard as the Souls games, and I would prefer that it have a more concentrated story than the Souls games. Really, the Souls and even Bloodborne games aren't even really about story. It's just about your exploration and how you overcome these massive beasts. So I hope they go more story oriented, more like Onimusha did. And man, that trailer just looks so good, and I can't wait to see more of that game. And I hope it does. It looks like an Onimusha game for sure, darker one at that. And I hope it sort of plays like one as well, updated of course. But yeah, man, I've been begging for a new Onimusha game, and I hope this might be just right up my alley for that. The next thing I wanted to talk about is a little VR game being made by Ubisoft called Eagle's Flight. And if you don't know what it is after hearing that title, it literally is that. It's you're in the eyes of this eagle and you're just flying around this town. And some of the town that they showed off was pretty reminiscent of like an Assassin's Creed city that they've showed off. So I'm interested in seeing if this has like some sort of Assassin's Creed tie-in, like you're flying around all the cities that Assassin's Creed has featured, or if it's just going to be a single city, or what exactly is going on with that game. But it looks so beautiful, and I could imagine myself getting lost in a game like that that really has no combat or anything. It's just flying around in the sky and looking at the beautiful landscapes. The next thing they showed a little bit of is Res Infinite. Res was a game that came out 2 console generations ago, and it had a lot of hype behind it. It's very stylized, kind of techno. I never played the original, so I'm not exactly sure what it's all about. But this new trailer with the updated graphics and PSVR support, I think it's just a PSVR game if I believe so. But it just looks so awesome, and it's one of those games that just looks perfect for VR. But yeah, that game just looks so beautiful. Then all of the Double Fine announcements that came out of PSX. You had the Psychonauts VR game, In the Rhombus of Ruin, that's supposed to bridge the gap between Psychonauts 1 and Psychonauts 2. Yes, you're correct in hearing me. There's going to be a Psychonauts 2. They announced it a little bit before PSX, whenever Tim Schafer showed off his FIG campaign for it. He's asking for $3.3 million to get Psychonauts 2 off the ground. As of this video, they're nearing 2 million, and they have like 38 days or something like that to get to their goal. I am 100% certain that it will not only get to that goal, but surpass it, and I cannot wait to see what is going on in Psychonauts 2. The other cool announcements they had were, besides Psychonauts VR, Full Throttle HD. They showed off more of Day of the Tentacle, and let me think, was that it? I think that was like the main thing. They talked a little bit about Headlander, which is a game that's being made in conjunction with Adult Swim Games, but that was pretty much all of the Tim Schafer shit show, as Gio Corsi said in the keynote. He was being funny, obviously. And then, on a side note, I didn't write this down. 100-foot robot golf. Good God, a name of a game that says exactly what it's about. It's a VR game where you're a 100-foot robot and you're playing golf. And it looks ridiculous and stupid and fun all at the same time. And I think PSVR needs games like this to, just have the fun of the game there too. There's a lot of kind of more serious shooters like London Heist, and you have horror games like The Kitchen Demo. It's good to see there's also these really funny things being made like 100-foot robot golf. And boy, does that look like a good time, and something that I'll definitely pick up when PSVR comes out. Those are some of my favorite parts of the PSX keynote. Let me know what you guys thought of it. I know it was kind of not exactly what we thought it was going to be, but there was some pretty awesome announcements in there. Can't wait for that Neo game. I can't stop thinking about that game. So let me know what you guys thought of it. If you like this video, please like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to the show. Have a great day.